I think what you said, SPUNJ, like linking these two teams and what the suNny autimatic flusha team needs is an IGL, and then what Fnatic probably doesn't need is flusha IGLing over Golden.
Yeah.
I think that hits the nail on the head why this move actually happened. Like, that is kind of what I heard, is that flusha is going to be calling in this team, and that he maybe wanted to call in Fnatic, so it was literally the decision, either Golden or flusha, someone has to go, right? So they went with flusha. That's a theory. So, but yeah, and then we have this other team, which is obviously autimatic, potentially opping, which I'm not too happy with, and then you have flusha potentially IGLing, which was also something in the past that was kind of up and down at certain points, and then suNny as some kind of an entry player probably, and then +2.
So let's talk about this roster while we have it here, because you were just getting stuck into it then. The idea of these three players getting together, do we think that these three players as a core, we don't even know who the other players are going to be, could be a competitive unit, yay or nay?
What do you? Okay, let's put some definition on the competitive part, because that's very
you're right. Let top 30.
Top 30.
Top 30 is very broad. It is very broad. So let's start at top 30. If we all agree, we'll go down a bit. All right.
Right.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay, top 30. I think we all agree that
we all agree top 30.
Right.
Let's try again. Top 20. You can change your votes. Okay. Prof's changed his vote. Prof.
Also.
Okay. Well, fuck, it's just me. Okay.
You said yes?
Yeah, I said yes. I feel like I'm delusional now. What am I
doing?
You
know what this trio feels to me like? Literally phase. This is a phase lineup. This is literally players. Like, I love all of them.
You're right.
In different periods. Like I think they were great players at some point, but they are all past their prime. Like, maybe they can still be great. Like, they can still be very good, but I don't think anyone will reach what they already accomplished. I think that is, like, from an individual level, maybe as a team they can accomplish more. But that's something that I feel like this staleness when I look at these three players, even though, like, I appreciate all three of them, and I think they are good pieces for a team. When you get this as the core, you really need to get like two fresh young players. I think that is what they want to do.
Yeah.
But those two players need to be like something fresh and exciting for me to have.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm definitely on the same page as Prof. If they get two players who are like really up and comers, I can see how they could become really big stars and like whatever in the next year or something. I can see them as being like the stable core that's going to bring them up and kind of build around the new talent more than building around a suNny or around, maybe you can build around autimatic, but I'm probably not around the other two. And so if that happens, I can see that team being like a top 15-ish, contender for sure. If that doesn't happen, if it's good two more names that like we've seen compete for a long time, haven't really been at like a high level for a while, I feel like it's just going to be maybe a top 30 team, that's going to do okay, but nothing amazing.
Yeah, you guys, like, the way that you've laid that out, I have to agree, because like the sense is, actually, let's play a fun game. Let's who do we think, like, are there any names, right, like, who are floating around right now? Whether or not they're in free agency is another question, and we can have that. But with let's have a concept around this call. So let's assume that flusha is in game leading and suNny's the 2 IC, right? I think that would make sense. He tried it in NC, it wasn't very good. flusha was okay as well, but maybe the two of them together with a good coach can be good.
Right.
And let's assume that autimatic is serious and he wants to keep AWPing, which pains me. It pains me because he is such a fantastic rifler. But let's assume all of those factors just for this little thought experiment. What players off the top of your head do you guys think that we could plug in here and make this competitive? Is there anybody like in the top 20?
Spamming Flames from he's an endpoint, right? The young kid.
Yep.
That was a lot of bold predictions. Other than that, nothing comes to mind instantly.
I mean, they're mainly looking for like a second guy in type, like really high fragging type, just because suNny is going to be like an entry.
They can get Modern probably, but that would be a good pick for me.
Yes, or somebody of that ilk. You know, someone who's quite keen on going in first or second.
Yeah.
Um,
And is pretty still young and like hungry, didn't really achieve much. So I
Yeah.
think something like that would be good.
is there a free agent list rolling around? I know we always seem
I'm
to
trying.
build
Oh,
one.
fuck,
It's
I have
always
one.
hard.
I have
You
one.
had one?
I have one. I just need to find the
The
link. I have it saved.
forums are good for that. I won't lie. I love clicking through and people have like make free agent lists and everybody talks. Like I don't read the comments after that. I just like reading what people are throwing out there.
Sure.
Here's one. I mean, some of these are like kind of semi-signed, unsigned, whatever. So
Oh shit! Okay.
Oh, okay.
pretty
Lucas,
decent list.
yeah,
There's a lot of people.
Bring this up, Lucas, and just give a little bit of a scroll through. So let's just go down this top to bottom, and we'll just go through. And I think if I say a name and I
Or
don't
something like Diha as well. He would be he's pretty good in Sprout. He's still signed to them though, so it needs
Yeah.
to be bought out.
What about
Uh,
Jax?
He's more of like a typical entry, right? I don't.
Would they need an entry?
And he's also kind of older. Though. That's
Sunny's
true.
entering. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
That's what he's been doing anyway.
Twist is possible. Twist is out there.
Twist is definitely a possibility. I feel like it's kind of on the edge of what we were talking about, like whether we would want or not.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't mind it for sure.
At that point, though, it's like I know Twist is still very young, but it's all very experienced players. It's all people who know how to win. What about like an Esperanto or something?
I think he's like too big of a risk at the moment.
He's crazy. He's crazy and whatever. I know that's a bad pun. I didn't even want to make it, but
wow, just click for me while you're to Jesus. Fuck.
I didn't. That was unintentional. I just had to smile after I realized.
Maybe someone like Michu. Also, I'm just going for Polish players.
Sure.
Obviously.
Yeah, it's yeah. They could do it. They could make a team. They definitely like. I bet you guys are right.
There's
the kids.
There's the Obo possibility, who's kind of just started saying that he wants to go to Europe, but I wouldn't take that risk just because of how the way that he left complexity. But Obo is definitely a decent shout, I think, just because it's kind of the type of a player they would be looking for sure. Even like stylistically, the way the roles that he would fill in.
Yeah, I think
kind of like more on the side and stuff.
I think if they were going to do that, have somebody that young come in, they need to have a strong org with strong management to. I'm going to sound like a cunt when I say this, but I don't care. To babysit him, and not in the sense of to hold his hand and to make sure he's eating and to tuck him into bed at night. To help a kid, he is a kid in my mind. If you were,
he is like what is he? 17 or 18? 17, right?
He's a kid, right? They need somebody who can help him just grow as an individual. Right, like this is the formative years of this guy's life. So if anyway, I've gone off on fucking tangents and talking about how to grow up and shit.
But yeah, they also definitely need like a good coach in there, without all that. And it's worth mentioning as well that this team, like this trio was not supposed to, but wanted to make a team in the past. Like they were interested. That was like the beginning of 2019, I think, something like that. When suNny was a free agent, autimatic and flusha were Cloud9, something. So suNny was even reported to go to Cloud9, but that then fell apart. At a different time, I think even there was a mouse sports lineup, which was supposed to be like Rob's suNny, Alu, flusha, something like that. That was also like an option. So these guys want to play together for quite some time. So for them, I guess it's something they're kind of not maybe clinging on to, but something they wanted to have do for quite a long time. And I'm not sure that is positive. I think sometimes you have these ideas, you think they are good, and maybe they are good in the past, but not in the present. But you're still like clinging on to what you thought back then and how things were. So I don't know. I'm kind of skeptical overall.
Sure. Yeah. No. And that's the thing. Like it's exciting because of what the names have accomplished, but whether it has any legs is something we have to wait and see what happens there.